everyone for coming out and sharing their time with me and my wife Bonnie. I couldn't have done a lot of this stuff without Bonnie. You know, you got to have a good mate to support you and help you along with the things that you do. And when I came here from Los Angeles, where I lived for 20 years, and I helped start many programs in Los Angeles before I left. And I brought that same attitude down here with me to San Diego. There wasn't much going on here, and I thought it was time that we started creating programs to help the community. I always look at the community and their needs. What do they need? And of course, medical services, social services, employment and training, solo parent programs, consultation programs, those kinds of things that would help the community, as well as sporting programs. We did have the San Diego American Indian Bowling Association for a few years, where we had a lot of young people join and become bowlers. Of course, the most important one was 1988, when we started the Balboa Park California American Indian Days. That was the first name, and it was on 6th and Laurel the first year and a half. And then we moved to where we're at now, Park Boulevard and where it's at now, and we've been there ever since. And it's been very successful. And the idea of that powwow was to help small businesses, those arts and crafts people that had the need to make money. And so the idea was to bring arts and crafts booths in to the powwow with their own arts and crafts to set up and make money for themselves. We had a little problem with the city when we first started. They wanted to charge us money to have them set up, and they wanted to charge us money for selling items and things like that. And luckily, I became good friends with the city manager, so that helps. And he wiped out all those costs, and we were able to let the arts and crafts people keep their own money as they sold their arts and crafts. And the powwow actually was kind of a sideshow. It was just to keep people there and periodically have a little show and show our traditions. And so, but they both worked out well. The powwow now is larger than ever. And people come from all over the United States to be here on Mother's Day to help us celebrate Indian Days here in San Diego. And the other reason that we wanted to do that was to let the city know and the county know that Indians were still here. I don't think they knew that. And when I retired, two of the people that worked for the city made a speech and said, we thought Randy Edmonds was the only Indian in town. and so that was one reason where I wanted to get the city and county to recognize our people. We're still here. We don't have communities like the Vietnamese, the Mexican Americans, the African Americans. We don't have that. But one of these days, maybe we will. Where we have our own restaurants, our own gas stations, our own businesses, things like that. That hasn't happened yet, but I was going to work on it, but I'm running out of time. And maybe somebody will pick that up and maybe create an Indian community here in San Diego. But I'm very happy that I was able to participate and help create services that would help Native Americans as well as other non-natives receive services, medical services especially, because there's a need for medical services all the time. Everybody needs these kinds of services I mean, you know, your health is very important, and this clinic here does that for
We
them.
don't have a cover.
And a lot of you have come here. I come here, have my teeth cleaned every 3 months. Hopefully, I can find that in Florida. I'm gonna go visit with the Seminoles and see if they have any free dental down there that I could use. Maybe that'll happen. I don't know. But it's been a wonderful ride.